Hey guys, welcome to another Let's Play. If you enjoy my commentary on this, leave some comments and let me know, and I'll do more. The silver lining in this Let's Play brought to you by the Gay Emperor. I'm not quite sure what that means. Phoenix Online. Now you can visit arid Phoenix, Arizona from your living room. Exciting! Alright folks, welcome to another thrilling episode of Robin Hood Men in Tights, the game. No, not really, it's just episode 2 of The Silver Lining. Let's jump in. Blah blah blah, already read it, already know all this, blah 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 blah. Loading, loading, more loading, son of loading, the aptly named Loading returns.
Previously on The Silver Lining.
With the few requests of human desires. Too late, we realize that the answers to what
I'm kind of sitting here wondering if there's a point to watching all of this again. It's kind of like the Tales of Monkey Island intro with the voodoo cards, except that was all new and this is the exact opposite of new. Yes, I know you know, I'm just projecting.
The Oracle of the Isle of the Secret Mountain. Her knowledge is greater than the ocean, but very few people are ever allowed to see it.
His identity I cannot see, for he is shrouded in darkness. I can only say that your fate has bound you to this evil man. He is greater than
Fun
any
fact,
foe you
King Graham spent his retirement days after King's Quest VIII making money as a spokesman for Just for Men. Great job, great job.
Your children are under a dark spell. The only way to revert such a spell is by reaching their minds. There is an ancient druid spell that will grant you entrance into their dreams. If you bring the ingredients of the spell to me, I can create it for you.
The Archdruid has sent for you! He said this is not a natural storm!
They said that only after 1,000 years from the last chance for humanity, one final choice would be made that could fill the fields with life.
We're in Colorado now. What? With this special dust, you too can sparkle like a socially repressed teenage vampire. Amazing.
Now,
Is the time of choosing now? I just wasn't sure, that's why I had to ask. Ah, the Two Households as guest directed by M. Night Shyamalan. The twist is, this place has absolutely nothing to do with this episode's story at all. Why, hello, cameraman. I'm ready for my close-up. And now we're at Stonehenge. This game jumps all over the place. Ugh! I hate it when people do that.
Overwhelming.
Good day, Archdruid.
They have been here since before our time, and will remain ever after.
I wish I, too, could be enlightened by their wisdom.
What's up with the stick on the ground?
Much of what they would teach.
Maybe it's
you
a
may
future
already know.
inventory item, I don't
Yet
know.
I don't have all the answers, especially the ones I'm seeking.
Those are the most important kind of answers.
And what is it that you seek?
I haven't managed to find a way to stop evil from reaching my family.
You surely understand we cannot live in a world without evil. All
But those
things
darn
must
Scientologists keep
exist.
showing up at my castle gates.
Such perfection makes some innocents suffer.
Especially the ugly ones.
It does us no good to question Mother Nature and her actions.
Nah, Mother Nature's actions suck.
We can only accept them. Had you not faced the evils you have, you may feel differently. You are a good and strong king because you have seen the face of evil.
Okay, if it turns out this
There are
game
simpler
starts
paths to
talking about the
becoming a good king.
phases of evil, I'm quitting.
The simpler paths may look that way in the beginning, but the path you have chosen has left you better prepared for what you now face. You should not have any regret for your choices.
Apparently aliens are watching Graham now too. Ah, the sequel to Son of Loading. Loading rides again.
I will be back soon.
Keep your senses alert. This weather was not caused by Mother Nature.
So you keep saying.
I will. Goodbye for now.
Here's a neat piece of trivia. This scene was filmed in Roberta Williams' bathtub. She hand-painted her shower curtain to make it look like it was a 3D rendered environment. True story.
The Archdruid told me that the scroll is enchanted with the wisdom of Mother Nature, and will guide me through my journey. I should heed its directions.
First directions on the
The
map
scroll
are
is enchanted to let me
take
know what
left turn at
ingredients are currently
Albuquerque.
available.
What?
Looks like only these 3 are available right now.
I have obtained an ingredient. It will
Whoa.
be crossed off the list.
Graham just walked into the recording studio on the boat. What?
The magic of the scroll will direct me to the islands on the map where I can find the currently displayed ingredients.
Like the
I'll keep it
island
in
of
my pocket until I
Emerald.
need it again.
Very famed for its ingredients. There's also the island of Mrs. Dash.
Finally, the Archdruid told me that the scroll has the ability to point me towards people or events that will also aid me on my quest.
Tommy Chong?
Speaking of which, isn't that Shamir the genie?
Schmear the Genie? That's a terrible name. Okay, we have 3 ingredients here we need to find. A lethal liquid, an animated vessel, and a magical bag. Okay, let's start our adventure. Alright, we're back here on the Isle of the Crown, finally. Apparently we have to look for one of these ingredients, or possibly more than one, so... I guess we'll go ahead and talk to Hassan here, and maybe he'll give us some clues. But probably not.
Good day, Hassan.
Good day indeed. After that thing that looked like the start of the apocalypse last night, any day seems like a good day. Ready to sail?
He must have been out at a metalcore concert last night.
You have a pretty island here. The view is incredible.
What can any man say about the place he was born?
The place I was
Glad
born
to
was
live and
cold,
breathe
wet,
on
and
this
it
isle,
smelled like
as hard as
raspberries.
times may be sometimes. It's less crazy than the Isle of Wonder, more civilized than the Isle of the Beast, more down to earth than the Isle of the Sacred Mountain, and certainly more solid than the newly discovered Isle of Mist and any other rocks that might be hiding out there near the boundaries of the world. This little place is the best spot for anyone to live, native to the archipelago, or otherwise.
I feel
Home
like I
is
just
always
watched
the
a
most beautiful
commercial
place,
for
Captain.
tropical real estate.
It was even the safest spot to be during those hard times we were having shortly before King Alexander arrived. He was darned lucky to have washed up on this very
He was
isle
darn
all right.
lucky, that
The works of
darn
destiny,
kid.
my friend. The
Darn.
works of destiny.
Who knows what might have happened to him otherwise? Alhazred might have found out and snuffed him out like a candle. The twisted toad. 15 years with that scheming warthog inside the castle walls.
I guess
Why
this
didn't
answers the
someone
lifelong
realize the truth
question.
sooner?
Is Alhazred
Sometimes we
animal
have to
or
realize
vegetable?
what we are about to lose in order to know how precious it is to us.
Yes. And I'm more grateful to your son than I can express in words, Graham.
That's
You
why I'll
are.
express it in kisses. Mwah, 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 mwah.
Since you mentioned hidden places in these lands, that makes me wonder.
Why is Hassan
The Archdruid told
rocking
me to
back
look for
and
a magic
forth?
bag that was lost in the sea. Do you have
A
any
little
ideas
too much of the
where I
old
could find this?
moonshine there, eh,
I
Hassan?
may know these waters like the palm of my hand, but its depths, that's another question.
Hassan spends
It'd
a
be like
lot
finding
of
a needle
time
in a
with the palm of
haystack,
his
if you
hand.
Catch my drift. Maybe if you had a better reference. I'd recommend asking Ali, the bookshop.
Stop
owner.
rocking back
That
and forth.
man
You're
knows
making me
about
seasick.
everything that goes on in these lands.
I'll follow your advice.
I'll have to. I can't ask you twice.
You must know all about the village. I mean, being born here and all.
You betcha. It's not that big, but we've got everything a village needs. A baker, a weaver, a metal worker, a doomsayer.
What?
Just put
I'm surprised if you couldn't tell.
We do have our share of eccentrics, which we tolerate all the time. Well, most of the time anyway. But this being the best as well as the safest isle, beggars can't be choosers, I suppose.
Where do most of the people live?
Mostly on the outskirts.
I
Not
mostly
many of
live
them
in
the
skirts,
actual
though.
Village, unless they enjoy being kept up by late-night festivals and being woken up by peddlers bellowing out what they're selling before the sun's fully up in the morning.
Sounds
Seems
amazing.
like a fun place to live in.
Ah, yes. Best place in the world, Graham. Best place in the world.
Sounds fantastic.
I've encountered many sailors during my adventures. I always wondered what it's like to live in the sea, being a land person myself.
There's nothing like working on what you love. Feeling the air in your face as you sail across new areas. It's an
Pain-free
amazing
as you pee in the
experience,
ocean.
Graham.
Did you always want to be a sailor?
All of my life. It runs in the family.
Like
My
diarrhea.
father trained me on how to sail this ferry, as did his father before him, and so on. I've yet to make enough money to support a family, since I've been out of the business for so long. It may be a while before I have a son to teach, but hopefully I will someday. I've got enough life ahead of me.
Is
I
he
wish I could say the
proposing?
same for my son.
What?
My son,
What?
your king. He was kidnapped from us when he was only a few months old and became a slave to an evil sorcerer. He returned to us a short time before his 18th birthday.
Jeez, Graham
We've
is a
only really known him
conversation
for a
killer.
few years, and that's hardly
Man.
enough time to teach a prince how to rule a kingdom.
The things you learn. I wouldn't worry about him, though. He has good instincts. He asks the right questions, he gets the right answers. He was able to find a way off this island and navigate his way through all the others. He's done what no other princes I've known, even though I've known next to none, have been able to do.
And I should
Bring
know,
the
I've been
former
stalking
king
him
and queen
long
back from the
enough.
Dead, uncover the evil plot of a seemingly innocent man, gain possession of a genie, and if you say he survived slavery under an evil sorcerer, then there's no doubt he's a smart fella. He's got the basics down. And I'm sure
Just wait
that
till
his
he gets
wife
to
can
the
help him in
intermediate
any
level
area where he
stuff.
needs it.
Still, as a father, I just can't stop worrying.
Just like my own father. What's funny
I
is that I
hated
never
him.
really learned until I went out there by myself. When you don't have someone to call to, and the storm is at your bow, you always find a way to manage, though.
He's
I
not
can
about to
relate.
sing, is he?
My story's not too different from yours. Thank you for talking with me.
Talking
Nobody
with
ever
you?
talks to me.
That wasn't talking. I could go on for half an hour and still consider a conversation a chat. This was just a casual exchange of words. You come to me at night when you've got plenty of spare time
Ooh.
to kill, and I'll show
Really?
you some real talking.
No thanks.
called pillow
like
talk,
they say,
baby.
silence is golden.
Whatever you say, Graham. Come back when you are ready to sail.
And I'll show you something else that's golden.